What is going on out there, peeps? Let's get back over into Iraq a little bit today because some interesting things are happening. Of course, things that we like to see, everything heading in the right direction. A quick reminder, everybody, if you're thinking about buying precious metals, give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link is in the description. If you are a first-time buyer, and you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free half ounce of silver. You guys might want to do that. Did you check out my gold, silver, and crypto news videos the last couple of days? You'll see why. You guys know right now Facebook is giving me heck. I am disabled on there for now, most likely until the end of the election, like they're doing so many of us. But you can come join me over here on Twitter. The link is in the description. Come on over there. Join us. All right, so let's get into what's going on in Iraq. So you guys, just so you're aware, on the back end of things right now, there is a lot of chatter. I mean, it's increased. You know what I mean? People are talking about this. You guys already know. I already told you that large amounts of IQD have been moving to a lot of different central banks and into a lot of different countries. That's not a secret. I mean, you know what I mean? I was allowed to talk about that. But what we can't figure out is why. And there seems to be some kind of deadline on all these things. For some reason, the deadline is in the month of November. What that means, I don't know. But there's a lot of rumors. And again, I try to avoid the rumors because I don't want to talk about anything that I can't prove. But I will let you at least know that that is out there, and that even people that I know that deal in the IQD are purchasing personally IQD themselves. So it kind of makes me wonder. I don't know what they know. They're either they know and they're just not sharing, or they don't know and they're just preparing just in case. And you guys already know that I told you guys, if you guys buy the IQD, we don't seem to be able to find it in other websites right now. You can find it over here on the NESARA shop. You guys, they ship worldwide. There's the IQD here, and you have the Vietnam Dong as well as the Zim dollars and the Indonesia Rupiah. But nonetheless, the IQD you can buy here. And if you put in there, they offer you a place to put a discount code. Use discount code Pimpy, and it'll save you a few dollars. But you know, again, I don't have anything that I can share with you, and that's what drives me crazy. There's a lot of more information I could share, but without proof, I just don't want to do it, and I don't want to mislead anybody. So let's get into what's going on because this is interesting. There's rejection of 2 investment projects, one of which is related to the vast area of Iraq that may be transformed from desert into animal and agricultural wealth. We need this, but at the same time, understand their concerns. So Parliament is rejecting this agreement because this agreement is something that Saudi Arabia wants to make. I told you they have issues with their own agriculture. As a matter of fact, they're leasing land all around the world, Africa, Arizona, to grow their agricultures in these different countries because they can't really do it themselves in their country. So Saudi Arabia is willing to spend the money to turn a large, huge portion of the desert in Iraq into a place that could be fertile for agriculture as well as a place for animals. So this would bring a lot of money into Iraq, but the issue is this, and they do bring up some good points, Parliament that is, that this becomes a national security issue. You know, given or leasing the land or being involved in a project like that with Saudi Arabia is an issue as far as national security is concerned. So I understand what parliamentary is saying, but here's the thing, in my opinion, and that is they should be able to work out an agreement that the land is there for them to share together. So it should be divided, but also that the land outright belongs to Iraq, obviously. And if for whatever reason, something should go wrong and they bump heads, then it should be, look, the agreement is, then we cut all ties, we finish up whatever crops we have for that year, we do our division that we agreed upon as far as the goods that are produced, and then we just kind of leave it at that. Something like that, because Iraq needs other forms of income to come into Iraq. I don't know how they could turn this down, but I do understand their concerns about national security. I get it big time. But there are other areas you could see here. Saudi Arabia wants to invest in agriculture lands. Okay. Also, they want to aim at converting the lands into fields and farms for raising cows, livestock, poultry. See, so it's more than just the agriculture. There's a lot of things here that they can really gain from, but Parliament is rejecting this idea at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that investment opportunity would be good and beneficial for both Saudi Arabia as well as Iraq. So we'll see what happens. But they need that. They definitely need that. There's no doubt there. So looky here, signing 15 agreements, memorandums of understanding, and cooperation protocol between Egypt and Iraq. Know the details. Let's get over this really quick. It won't take long. Number one, there is the agreement, a memorandum of understanding in the field of mineral resources as well as oil. Okay, in the areas of training and exchanging experience in the field of justice and the judiciary. Cooperation in the field of water resources and irrigation. The cooperation between the Iraq Stock Exchange and the Egyptian Stock Exchange. Bilateral executive programs in the field of environmental protection. Understanding the fields of health, medicine, and training. Also agreement of, maritime transports agreement. So that's with shipping. Memorandums of understanding in the fields of roads and bridges. We're talking about infrastructure here. Understanding and cooperation in the fields of housing and construction. This is a biggie right here. The memorandum of understanding in the field of the World Trade Organization agreements and organizing exhibitions. So this is good. I told you guys they've been trying to expedite the process for Iraq to get into and become a member of the World Trade Organization. The cooperation protocol in the fields of combating subsidies, dumping, and prevention. All right, in cooperation for, trade and industry. Also in the field of protection, investments, and Federation Industries. So just industry agreements. So look, 15 of them. This is good. This is great, man. Academia has really been crack-a-lacking really good. All these things, all these memorandums of understanding, all these trade agreements, these are things in which can help the country get away from relying so much on oil as their only source of revenue. All right, so this is awesome to see, man. This is exciting. This is awesome. Let's keep it up there. Let's get a crack-a-lacking. We know they're still hurting, but these agreements are helping. They just need to start turning and burning on them. So, okay, so what's going on here? In the documents, the government requires employees. I don't like this at all. At all. If you know what I mean, using the ID for elections is one thing, but this thing here, this biometrics cards is bad. You guys, this is all part of that great reset I was talking about. All right? I don't like it at all. At all. You know, it's one thing if you put your thumb down to admit or prove who you are as far as elections are concerned, but nothing else. I don't like it at all. So the government directed the ministries of governments to compel their employees to update their biometric cards to encourage participation in early elections. So yeah, again, you guys, if you've seen my videos on the Great Reset, you understand why I don't like these things at all. This is taking us down a very, very dangerous and controlling area that we don't want to see happen. I do like it for the area of voting, but voting only and nothing else. Okay, so Baghdad is now going to open up the square and the bridges. Now check this out. So these are the areas in which the protesters have been occupying for the last year. So what's happening now? Al-Qadimi is asking them to be open. The reason why the bridge was closed, people were concerned that the protesters would make their way over to the green zone and make it very hazardous over there. You know what I mean? They don't want that to happen. But anyways, according to the news, the reopening came at the request of the protesters, who have been occupying strategic locations around central Baghdad. The bridge itself was closed to traffic in order to prevent protesters from accessing the green zone. To support the service's efforts, the square, canopies, and tents that were in the middle of the street were removed at the initiative of the peaceful demonstrators. So you're seeing cooperation, between the government and these protesters. And the protesters even, look at this, they praised the Prime Minister Al-Kadhimi for this. This is what we want to see, man, a cooperation. They're one country, one people. The sooner they realize that, the better off they are. So look, Al-Kadhimi has to go a long way to prove to his own people that the government is not the same government. They're not corrupt anymore. All right, and he's doing all he can to make that happen. He's providing opportunities for the youth. He's getting contracts for jobs. So this is really awesome to see. It really is, okay? So the square is opening back up, and so is the bridges. So anyways, I told you guys about a news report that these people wanted to remove Halabasi as the president of the parliament. That's not going to happen, all right? They're just telling you in here a study needs to be done on the removal of him. It's not going to happen. There's too much volatility in politics over there for him to be removed, so that's not going to happen. So anyways, this goes on. It's another article about the cooperation in the agreements with Egypt. Again, over here, as always, there's always articles about the issues dealing with salaries of the employees. Look, this is Washington still putting the squeeze on Iran. Now, we know Iran is going to be doing this peaceful deal, whether it happens this year in Trump's first term or second term. Either way, it's going to happen. You're going to be hurting if Trump goes into a second term. He will, by the way. So he's put sanctions on a lot of people. So he's put sanctions on people as well as companies. So anyways, he put all these people right here, put sanctions on them. He's also did some companies that belong to other countries for even dealing. Now I'm talking about in Russia, all right? China and Russia and Singapore. So he's put the squeeze on them guys for even dealing in oil with Iran when they should not. So sanctions are being allocated. The SWIFT system still obviously is being used that they can shut these people out for the moment, okay? So this is good. It's just Trump doing what he does best, and that is, look, he don't mind working with you. He don't mind helping you make your country prosperous, but you're not going to have a nuclear bomb, and you're not going to run around arming terrorists to terrorize people. It's just not going to happen. Your country is better for just bringing peace in like it should instead of you trying to take over the whole Middle East and doing what you can to help your own people out. Trump's all about supporting countries that want to help out their own people and provide peace to not only their country, to the people, but the world as well. All right, you guys, that's where we are so far for Iraq. It's looking good. A lot of changes coming real quick, man. They really are. So that's it for now. Let me know what you think. Hit the thumbs up button because it helps me beat the algorithm on YouTube. And in addition, please, if you're not a subscriber, please do so because we do helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.